What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming expansion to the Nintendo Switch online service, which is going to be the Nintendo 64 expansion. There's also the Sega Genesis expansion, but we're going to talk about it in a different video this week. So we're going to focus on Nintendo 64 and the games that are going to come along with the expansion. Now I have 8 of the 9. There's one called Sin and Punishment. It was a Japanese only release. Over the years it's been ported over and translated, not that very well. So I'm hoping that they will do a better job. But other than that, we're going to have the rest. Most of these are games you've probably already played. Some I agree with, some I don't. But without further ado, let's get on to the list. First up, we have Super Mario 64. This is the flagship game of the system. Everybody's played it, one of the best sold video games of all time. There's not much I can say that most people don't really know. This is a fun game. It can be challenging. I myself have never beaten it. I usually get about halfway and then I just kind of get tired of everything. But it is an enjoyable game. I own it on multiple systems because that's how much I like it, even though I've never beaten it. But yeah, Super Mario 64, that's a good selection right out of the gate. Mario Kart 64. This is my second favorite franchise of all time. The first, of course, being Final Fantasy. But I love every single Mario Kart game, and I own every single Mario Kart game. This is one of those games where it's fun with other players, or just by yourself, it's just as fun. This, of course, is a strong get for the N64 expansion. No downside to this game at all. Great game. Star Fox 64. I have played very little of this game. I burnt myself out on the original Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. This game looks fun. I always think I want to play it, and then I get into it and I don't really go anywhere with it. I know a lot of people that love this game. I have not yet taken the time to love this game. But with it on the Switch, if I do end up buying it and purchasing the expansion, I will probably play the heck out of this game and try to beat it.
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible. Everybody stay alert!
Yoshi's Story. This is another game that I myself personally have not played. I played the first Yoshi game on the Super Nintendo, and that's fun. This one looks just as fun. Very bright, very vibrant colors. I always liked the Yoshi games over the Mario games, simply because the Yoshi games were just so much more fun and colorful looking. But this looks to be a great game. A lot of people love this game. They are diehard fans of the Yoshi series. I cannot wait to play this game. Win Back. I think it should be called Money Back. This game, my opinion, is terrible. It doesn't look good, doesn't play good. It doesn't hold a candle to Perfect Dark or to GoldenEye. I don't think it was trying to, but still, not a fun game. I personally would not have put this game on the list. I would have found something else, maybe a fighting game, but there's a lot more first-person shooters on this system that play out way better than this game. That's just my opinion. Mario Tennis. So if you like Mario and you like tennis, this is match made in heaven. Swipe left on this bad boy. It's a fun game, but it is tennis. Eventually you realize I don't care what character it is, I'm playing tennis. So once again, if you're an avid tennis player or watcher, you might love it. I like this game. It's fun in short spurts. I've never done like a full season. That's usually a one round of a match for me because I get bored of it very quickly. Dr. Mario 64. I love this series, this franchise. I'm a huge fan of the Nintendo Dr. Mario. I play it more than I play Tetris. And the N64 Dr. Mario does not let down. It is colorful, it is vibrant, takes everything that worked for the NES and just made it better, in my opinion. I will probably put most of my time in with this game. It is a very fun, very addictive game. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This is probably one of the greatest Legend of Zelda games ever made. If you are a fan of the Legend of Zelda series, you've probably played this game, and you may be looking forward to it, you may not. Either way, this is such an amazing game. To have it on the Switch, especially the OLED model, is going to look fantastic. But there is nothing I can say that will make this game any better than it already is. It is a 10 out of 10 in my book. Alright, so there you go. There's the lineup. Some are great. Half of them are probably good. The other half aren't that great. I really think they should have maybe included Blast Cores or Command and Conquer. I think those games would have generated a little more buzz. But, you know, hopefully they'll get released as well. I don't know when. I don't know if they're going to have a aggressive release schedule or if they're going to be kind of lackadaisical like they were for the NES and the SNES. Mostly my biggest gripes with this is that a lot of these games I either own physically, I emulate, or I already actually have on the Switch. I've either bought them through the store or they're in some kind of combo. I mean, we all bought the limited edition Mario All-Stars, and that had N64 Mario, the Mario 64, and that was what, $20 if you break it down. So for 20 bucks, I got that game for life, and I can play it whenever I want. With the way it is now, I need to pay $50 for a single account, mind you, to play that game only when I'm online or connected, or when it can, see that I actually own that game. That's pretty ridiculous. But a lot of these games have been released in combo packs or remastered re-releases. It's kind of ridiculous. That brings me to the pricing. It's more than double what the cost is right now. And frankly, right now I paid $20 for the cloud saving. That's not really a huge deal to me. Most of the time, I have both switches. One stays at home, one's my travel switch, and I rarely ever update them to make sure they have the same info on the save. It's not that big of a thing. So already I feel like my $20 is kind of being wasted. On top of that, $50, that's insane, and they are getting too close to the Xbox and the PlayStation prices, and those offer so much more than what the N64 expansion is planning to offer, or the Switch expansion. So that is way too high in my opinion. The controllers, okay, now I bought a pair of the NES Joy-Cons, and those are awesome, and I got them for $30 for the pair. They're on sale. I bought a pair of the SNES controllers, the Bluetooth USB-C controllers, and those are great too, and the pair cost me $60. I thought that's very reasonable. Each controller for the N64 and the Sega Genesis is $50. So that's $100 for a pair. If you want to get 4 controllers for your N64 emulation, which some of these games, i.e. Mario Kart 64, allow 4 players, that's $200. That is insane. I really think they should have done a pair for $60, just like they have the Super Nintendo controllers. I think that is a very viable option. So those are my biggest gripes right there, is that A, the games right out of the gate are pretty lackluster, and a lot of them I have. B, the pricing is just absurd. And then C, the controllers, that pricing is absurd as well. And I really think that they're going to take in a lot of this backlash, and they're going to drop some prices, whether it's a Black Friday sale or some kind of bonus sale or some kind of credit back. But I think a Nintendo is smart enough, they've been around long enough to realize when they do something stupid. So hopefully they will figure all this out, and it'll be a smooth transition, and it'll be worth the money. But until then, I'm probably going to pass up on it and just see how things go. But if you don't have access to these games and you're willing to pay the price, then go for it by all means. No judgments here. So this weekend, you guys need to take the opportunity to play some of these games, relive your childhood, see if you still like them as much as you think you did. But anyway, everybody, be good people, and as always, keep on gaming.